Hey guys, I'm here with the iPhone 5C, which I picked up from T-Mobile about a month and a half ago, and I've been using it just as long, of course. And I can say right off the bat that I do love this phone. I don't understand why Apple's not promoting it more. I mean, it is a great phone, and I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but it's not as highly priced as as like the premium phones right now, like the iPhone 5S or the S4 or the HTC One. It is a great phone though, right? I'm just gonna go and start talking about the build quality and how it feels in the hand. It feels really, really great, which I was not expecting. When it initially came out, I was really mad because I thought the plastic was gonna be terrible, but then I went and I played around with it a bit, and it actually feels really, really good, better than the 5S in the hand because the edges are like curved and it fits really well. I have an iPhone 5 here for comparison, which it's just a little sharper. So I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, and I can say I like how the 5C feels in the hand a lot. So one problem is that since the back is so glossy, it attracts a lot of fingerprints, but that is easily remedied by putting it in a case. I got this case from T-Mobile. I like it because it's clear on the back and it has these slits on the side, so you can still see the green all around. There's the accents on the side. It's really nice. And then one more thing I noticed is in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can like press it down and you can hear it. You can actually hear it squeak. I think that was just a problem I had with this device because I haven't seen anyone else with the same problem. I took it to the Apple Store. They said they should be able to just replace it. So that's a problem that'll be remedied very soon. In terms of specs, we all know it's about the same as the iPhone 5. I mean, it is basically the exact same. I think they improved the FaceTime camera a tiny bit, but not enough to notice. I mean, the screens are very similar. I'll put them side by side here. This phone is actually jailbroken, so the screen looks a little different, but they're basically the same thing. Retina. One thing though, the battery life on this phone is significantly like a lot. Significant. I don't know. There's a lot. It'll last you a long time. I'll charge up at night up to 100%, and then I'll go for like 6 or 7 hours the next day with no problem, which I really, really, really like because I get lazy with charging. I guess with this phone, one thing you have to talk about is iOS 7, and I, for one, really love it. I mean, I love the whole moving 3D wallpaper effect, which of course can be turned off, but why would you do that? It's so cool, and it doesn't really hurt your battery life. I go ahead and unlock it here. I mean, there's nothing really new in iOS 7 other than Control Center and AirDrop, but the whole facelift just makes it feel a lot newer. iOS 6 was feeling really dated, as we can see right here. I mean, yeah. One thing I thought was really cool is in the notification center. It's not a feature they were pushing a lot, but the Today view is really cool. I mean, it has your calendar right there. It has reminders, it has stocks. I mean, it's pretty cool. And it'll give you a little sentence at the bottom saying what you have for tomorrow. Also, it's managed to figure out where I go to school and where I live. So in the mornings, it'll be like, it'll take you about 6 minutes to get to school, and I think that's kind of cool. I could just click on it, and it'll give me directions straight. And another thing, with the new Maps application in Mavericks, I can get a map on there, and if I click send to iPhone, it'll just send it straight to my phone, and I'll have directions ready waiting on my iPhone when I leave the house, which is pretty cool. So all in all, I mean, I'm liking iOS 7 and the new camera app. Pretty cool. One thing about the camera app is that photos, if you're not careful, end up shaky. It doesn't like stabilize them as much as it did in iOS 6. Here's one of the bugs. So you get rid of something for multitasking and the icon's still there. So there are definitely some bugs, but hopefully they'll work those out pretty soon because I'm really liking how it looks and all the little tweaks like notification center. So in all, iOS 7 is really good in my opinion, and hopefully they'll work out the bugs pretty soon. I got it on T-Mobile as I mentioned, so I did pay $5.49 upfront for it, but I'm paying $30 a month for unlimited LTE on T-Mobile, and LTE on T-Mobile is actually pretty nice. I get coverage. I live in Chicago, so I get coverage, I mean, pretty much everywhere. I'll do a speed test here for you guys. Preparing. There we go. So as you can see, I mean, it's not too shabby at all. I'm getting 30 down on 3 bars, so it's nice, and I think that's more than adequate for a phone. And as I said before, it's unlimited, so no complaints there. I do only get 100 minutes, but then I can use like an app like TalkTone to make phone calls, so no problems at all with that. So if you're in the market for a phone and you're not looking to not pay the whole $650 to start, definitely consider the iPhone 5C. It is a great option. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Google+. I don't work for Google. I actually have a Google Plus account by choice, and I love it. I mean, you can follow me on Twitter, but to be completely honest, I don't tweet that much. Links in the description. You can find me, my website, I'll put that in the description. My Google Plus is google.com/plusakashpi. So make sure to follow me in all those places, subscribe, and check back soon for another video.